Let's see. Make sure I mute this. Oh, there we go. All right, welcome to the 26th Ask Me Anything live stream. Whenever these weeks go by and I get these streams in, I still can't believe we're at number 26 because I had no intention really of ever streaming. I can't even remember why I did the first live stream, but I just sort of wanted to try it out for fun, and it kind of stuck with me, and I've really enjoyed it. So for anyone that missed the live broadcast of the stream and is watching the replay, thanks for stopping by. Welcome. This stream is something that I do bi-weekly and that I'm committed to stay consistent with for hopefully the rest of this year, as I finally moved and got this new office studio set up, as you can see. And yeah, like I don't know what else to say, but today is going to be one of those streams where it's just going to be super chill, more relaxed. And lately I've been focusing a lot on the whole productivity, work ethic, inspiration, discipline type of content. But today I figured let's just take a break from all that and just have like a more relaxed vibe. We'll see who shows up, talk about, you know, some things that's going on in life, and see what questions people have. But today is one of those days where I just kind of want to, you know, kind of take it easy and chill and relax. As I'm sure you guys can tell from the type of content that I create, but I'm like a super enthusiastic, disciplined person, but you know, I think from time to time we all need those days. Oh, Forrest! Can't stay, just saying hello. No worries, Forrest. Thanks for coming by and waving. I always love hearing from you. Have a good weekend. Hope the weather is great where you are, and hopefully we'll see you in the next stream. Yo, Red! What's up, dude? Wait, what's that? Is that a donation? Yo, yeah. Really? That's pretty cool. Hold on. Can you see the chat? I tried to post the chat in the screen here. I don't know if is this working? Maybe make this a bit bigger. Is that better? Yo, Red, what's going on, man? How you doing? Is that really a $1 donation? Yo, that's cool. See, I don't even know how like any of the streaming features work. What's good? Yeah, man, just gonna have a super chill stream today. Been working incredibly hard these past, I think, 3 weeks, and we talked about this last time we had the first stream in the house. Just the anxiety and the stress from moving and trying to get all this stuff set up. It's been extremely tough. It's been extremely difficult, and you know, I've just been pushing and pushing and pushing because I have this like one goal and dream that I really want to achieve, and I figured today would be a nice day where we can all just kind of chill and relax. Hell yeah, man! $1. Hey, dude, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Every I completely forgot that they have that feature for streams, but every dollar helps, and all the money that I make from the channel and that I make from AdSense, I reinvest everything. As I'm sure you guys know, I have a day job where I can pay my bills responsibly, and all this extra income or side income that I can make from YouTube, it's just gonna all be reinvested into gear or software or anything just to make the community better. And that, you know, that's my intention. I think I got that idea from Mr. Beast. It's sort of like the whole Mr. Beast concept of reinvest every dollar. So Red, appreciate it, man. Good, man. Caught the Rona. Getting better though. Dang. How was it? Like, did you feel it right away? Because I've got tested a couple times, and every time it's been negative. So I'm assuming I haven't got it, but my brother got it recently, and it's strange because everyone reacts differently. But at least you're getting better. That's good. It's probably like a matter of time, right, before we all get it anyway. I wonder if is this chat big enough? Okay, I want to make this a bit bigger. Is that better? Let me know. Let me know, guys, if the chat that I'm displaying on the right, is it good? Can you see it? Is it too small? Should I not have it? I've been experimenting with my setup this morning, trying to figure out what to do, because most streamers they have the chat here, right? Like they have, even though there's an option to display the live chat in the replay, but I don't know. I'm just experimenting with it. Let me know in the comment section below if it's good or not. Yeah, it's a long story, but it's not severe, just annoying. Ah, dang, bro. Yeah, where do the... Oh, did you get the... like the taste bud side effect? Like with the loss of taste or smell? Because I know a couple people that have had that. And one of them, it like lingered for like a long time. And that was one thing that kind of scared me about COVID. Like generally I'm a pretty healthy person. And you know, like my age and health and weight, like I'm in a bracket where I'm confident I'd be okay if I got it. But I know some people that have lost their sense of smell and taste, and then food just doesn't taste the same to them, and that kind of scares me. I'm like, wow, like what if it permanently ruins your taste buds? Like that's a crazy like side effect that you could have, right, long term. Looks good to me. All right, cool. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the layout and everything, because I kept the old setup of like the super wide angle lens, so you can kind of see the office around me. I added a light right there, just like a super cool light. Picked that up from IKEA last weekend, and just you know, slowly building out the office. You know, slowly building out the studio is something that I want to take more seriously. Yeah, most of my symptoms are gone. Just loss of taste and smell. Oh my gosh, it's on and off? Wow. Dang, that's so crazy. So it's on and off. Huh. Wow, that must be wild. Because I know one guy was telling me, and this was super strange. It was like specifically vegetables, like green leafy vegetables, they tasted like cardboard to him. At first I was like, well, you know, most vegetables don't have like a very distinctive taste anyway. But then he made this comparison where if he ate this song is annoying me. Let me change this. Let's go with some relaxing vibes. But anyways, the guy was saying if he either had like a cucumber, which is very mild, or like an asparagus, which has a very distinctive taste, they still tasted like construction paper or cardboard. Like it was very strange how his taste buds were affected by very specific foods. And I was like, oh man, yikes. But that's tough, because like food and taste, it's like one of the best things in life, right? It is having a great meal and, you know, tasting like really good food. So that part kind of sucks. So I feel for you, bro. I feel for you. But hopefully you'll get better soon. Hopefully recovery is all right. Hey, what's up? What's the stream about? Hey, Akash, how you doing? Akash Verma. What's the stream about? It's basically just I title it AMA, so ask me anything. It's just a bi-weekly stream where I give like my subscribers a chance to communicate with me in real time. It's because on YouTube you have like your group of content creators that you love, and there's a lot of creators in the self-improvement niche that have really motivated me and bettered my life and inspired me to create my own channel. But I always wished they live streamed so I could interact with them in a real time basis and not just have to watch videos, right? And so I was like, you know what, if streaming is something I wish other creators did, then why don't I just do that myself, right? So I figured because that was something that I wanted from other people, then maybe you guys might want it too. So that was like the initial intention with the stream. And usually I just take questions, talk about life experiences, give advice on the topics that I am generally educated on, which is like work ethic, discipline, procrastination, health, fitness. Like I have like this general interest in the self-improvement world where I study these concepts basically on a daily basis. And I'm always happy to share any stories, knowledge, or information that I have with anyone out there. So that's the general idea of this stream, but today is more of more of like a chill one. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, man. I'll pull through. You watching the Davis versus Romero fight? Davis, is that boxing? Hold on. Davis versus Romero? I'm assuming that's boxing because I don't recognize those names. I follow, yeah, boxing. So I watch the UFC from time to time, but I'm like a super casual boxing fan. Like I'll watch like the big fights, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not very knowledgeable at all when it comes to boxing. Thanks for the reply. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, like I used to watch all the, like, I guess like Manny Pacquiao was like a big draw here in its prime. I have a lot of friends who are Filipino, so I was like super into boxing with the whole Manny Pacquiao ascension, I guess you would say. But after that, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much. All good. Yeah. Hey, gotta be honest, bro. Yeah, my in terms of sports, for me, it's just basketball. Like 99% of my interest in sport, well, maybe not 99, maybe 90% of my interest in sports is purely basketball. And the other 10% is like, I'll watch hockey from time to time. I'll watch the Super Bowl or even something like tennis. Like, like super casual, like a super casual fan. But when it comes to sports, like my love and passion is basketball. And it has been for many, many years. When can I catch up with you next time? Have to go for now. Something came up. Hey, no worries, Akash. I'm gonna stream. The next stream is gonna be in 2 weeks, so June 11th, around the same time will be the next stream. And my plan is to do this every 2 weeks. So every 2 Saturdays, I'll roughly have like a 2-hour live stream around this time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check out the next stream, that's when it'll be. Yeah, I'm Filipino. Everyone loves Pacquiao. Oh, see, there you go, man. Manny Pacquiao is the best. I got the Warriors winning the finals. Ooh. June 11th it is. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, Akash. We'll talk to you next time. Yeah, in the next stream. So Warriors winning the finals. Okay, that's I I was super surprised yesterday from Miami beating Boston in Boston. Like I don't want to say I'm a disbeliever or Boston hater, but because like I'm Canadian from Toronto, there is this hate that we have for the Boston teams. Like the Boston Red Sox, always generally beat the Blue Jays. The Boston Celtics in the same division usually beat the Raptors, right? And then worst of all is the Boston Bruins just always destroy the Leafs, and it's so demoralizing. As like a Toronto sports fan, it's just Boston just owns us everywhere all the time, and it's like so annoying. So just naturally, I'm like, I guess a hater towards the Celtics. I have I don't even know what it is. It's like a despise for the organization and team. And then like Tatum and Brown, and like their team is so good. It's so balanced, right? And then they were up 3-2 on Miami, and I was like, oh, I don't know, man. And they're going back to Boston. I was like, okay, Miami's probably done. And then like Jimmy Butler and Lowry just showed up, and they just willed their team to win. So, if I had to bet money on Golden State versus Boston or Golden State versus Miami, I think I would still take Golden State because they have like that championship pedigree, right? They still have their core of Curry, Clay, and Draymond, and even like Jordan Poole. Oh my gosh, this guy's so good, and Wiggins too. Like they got like the team is so balanced, and they have all those veterans that have been there and done that. So I definitely would give the edge to Golden State over either of those teams, I think. But would they have home court? I think would. Let me see. I know Boston finished with 51 wins, right? So they wouldn't have home court. But what about Miami? I'm just curious. So Miami had 53 wins and they had the same record. So Golden State and Miami 53 and 29. Boston. So who would have home court advantage? Warriors versus Heat. Who won in the regular season? Oh, Warriors. Okay, so Golden State would have home court. Yeah. See, just like home court plus the championship pedigree, I definitely would think Golden State would win the finals too. Jimmy Butler is crazy. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. I've become a bigger and bigger Jimmy Butler fan over the years. He's really grown on me, that guy. He's like a true professional, and I love like the heart he has. He has like that Kobe Bryant type of confidence and killer instinct. And even though I wouldn't consider Jimmy Butler like a top 5 player in the league, but dang, he's so good. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Butler now. But we'll see. When's game 7? Tomorrow, maybe? Game 7, Miami. Yeah, tomorrow. All right. So we'll find out. Facts. Oh, man. Kobe. Kobe makes me sad, bro. It's like, whenever I think about Kobe, it like legit makes me sad. Because Kobe was someone like I watched my whole life. Like I watched Kobe when he was a rookie, and he was coming off the bench in LA, and he was in the slam dunk contest, and he shaved his head, and he wore number 8, and he was a bench player. Like I saw the whole journey of Kobe Bryant, and to be perfectly honest, I wasn't really a Kobe fan. I kind of liked San Antonio Tim Duncan kind of more. I don't know, for whatever reason, like I wasn't the biggest fan of Shaq and Kobe. But I watched his whole career, as a true fan of basketball. And when I heard the news when his helicopter crashed and he died, it felt like I lost a cousin, or like a second cousin, or I even like lost a friend. And it was very strange because obviously this is a guy like I've never met, I've never talked to, I've never seen play in person, right? But it was someone that I watched his whole career, as a fan of the game. And you know, Kobe's influence on basketball is undeniable, right? Like you can't deny like what he achieved with 5 championships, right? Regular season MVP, scoring titles, and yeah, losing Kobe was tough. It was hard. I really felt that. And it was like the first time that like a celebrity passing, like it really affected me. Because normally I don't really care much for like the whole celebrity culture, like famous people and all this stuff. I'm generally not interested, but something about losing Kobe was hard for me. Like it made me really sad. And I think it was also because of his daughter too, because I also have a daughter, and that sadness as a parent, as a father. Like, man, I wouldn't know how to feel for my wife if that ever happened to me, right? So yeah, growing up in the 2000s, Kobe was that dude. Yeah, it was he was awesome. It was because also sort of like for my generation, he was kind of like my Jordan, because I'm old enough that when I started watching basketball, Michael Jordan was still playing. And it's weird because Jordan was drafted the year I was born, right? So by the time I got into basketball as a teenager, it was like near the end of Jordan's career, like the Chicago Bulls versus Utah Jazz days, like pretty much near the very end when Jordan was like, I don't know, how old is he, 35? And so I got to see the end of Jordan. So I've always been a Jordan fan. But Kobe, he was like the next coming of Jordan. He's been the closest thing to Michael. And just seeing Kobe's entire career, that's why I have that bond. And it's the same with like LeBron, right? And I know that like LeBron James gets a lot of hate, right? Like so many people hate on the guy. But LeBron is the same age as me, right? LeBron was born in '84, so was I. And like again, I have this like connection with the guy because I've watched his whole career from St. Vincent, St. Mary, and then getting drafted by Cleveland and all that stuff. Greg Abbott is a moron. Stream is boring. What's up, dude? But yeah, I don't know. It was it was tough. It was tough. I also liked Kobe's yeah, no, I have to laugh too, bro. Sorry, dude. Sorry if I'm stream's boring. I can't help it. Oh, that's funny. I love it. Well, yeah, what else are we talking about? Oh yeah, Kobe's. I loved Kobe's documentary, Dear Basketball. Oh, it was great. See, it was cool because there was this transition from Kobe, the basketball player, to the man, and then he was becoming like a storyteller. And oh man, I just wish I could have seen what else that he was going to create later in life, right? Because it seemed like he was into the more creative stuff, storytelling, and there was like this next chapter of Kobe Bryant's life that he was going to embark on, and we're never going to be able to see it, right? That sucks. Hey Derek, how you doing? Yo, Swen, what's going on, bro? How's the self-improvement grind? How's the videos coming? How I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Had a super busy week. Just been, just pushing and super dedicated, and all this things that I've been wanting to do. And then today I decided let's just have a chill stream. And normally I might have, some ideas that I want to talk about on the stream, like maybe some concepts about productivity or habit change that I've been studying that I want to talk about, or I don't know if the right word is teach, but yeah, generally talk about. But today I was like, let's not. I just had no desire to do any of that, and I was like, let's just talk about whatever. So, and basketball is something that I love, so that was an easy transition. Yeah, Derek, this stream is boring. Talk about cold showers and meditation. You know what's funny? When I started YouTube, whenever I got trolls or hate, it really bothered me, and I'm pretty sure this is normal for anyone that's doing YouTube or social media. When you get trolls or haters, you have like this weird knee-jerk reaction where it kind of like hurts your feelings and you get upset. But that was like 6 years ago, right? Now I'm so much more mature and older that I'm just like, whatever, it's all in good fun. But I've been posting like my YouTube shorts, just throwing them on TikTok and Instagram Reels and all that, just to put it out there. And it's funny when you try to promote things like meditation, cold showers, giving people ideas on how to improve their life, stop making excuses and stop procrastinating, and you have the power and the ability to do something about it. Like you really, really do. And that's the truth. And just trying to help motivate people to improve their lives. The amount of hate and pushback that I get, it's kind of astounding. And I was thinking about this today, and people are so good at making excuses that it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy that how good people are at thinking of reasons for why they can't do something, or they have like these mental blocks or ideas for why they can't do this, or why this won't work for them, or why that will never happen in their life. And I was like, just going over this idea, I'm like, what is that? Right? Like, why is there like this resistance that people have to good ideas that can improve their life? And I don't know. It's like, and it was really apparent to me yesterday or today, where I was talking about this idea that you can't be busy and broke at the same time. And there's like this idea that, if you're always working, right, then you should be generally building up your income or your revenue or your net worth. So you shouldn't be broke, right? And if you're broke, that means you're probably not working hard enough or not working the right job to make money, to get out of that stage of whatever you would call it, financial ruin. And the idea is like trying to promote, right, this idea, like you can do something about it, right? And the pushback that I get, it's just like, dang, you guys, man, you're like professional excuse makers. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting concept, and one that I definitely want to journal about and think about deeply more, because I want to find a way to help people, right? Like I want to get these ideas that changed my life and share them with people. And I want to find that gateway. I want to find that path into people's subconscious mind or their active mind, and just figure out a way to, let them know that like a lot of these things work. They sound like bullshit, but like, man, if you can just get over that negative barrier that you have, that a lot of people have, like you can do so many amazing things in this world. Been hitting everything right except uploading consistently. Yeah, that's all. Hey, Swen, it will come in time, bro. It will come in time. Just keep grinding. Just keep posting. Keep hitting record, keep editing, and keep posting. Ooh, sadly, some folks got serious insecurities that they're not worth saving. I like that. Serious insecurities that they're not worth. Yeah, that's true too. Like there's some people there's some people that it doesn't matter what you say, what advice you give them, or what assistance or help you reach out to them with. Just never gonna work. You know, there's some people like that in the world that it doesn't matter what you do, they just can't be saved or helped. And maybe that's a good topic for a video one day. You know, like there's some people out there that your words or your message will fall on deaf ears. And I always have to remind myself, like, even all this self-improvement content that we talk about on this channel, right? Whether it's gratitude journaling, daily meditation, taking cold showers, intermittent fasting, any of these things, these ideas will not work for everybody. They just won't. And even though they all work for me, and I've had like amazing results with them, like I've had life-changing results with some of these self-improvement disciplines, this isn't going to work with every human being in the entire world, right? And a lot of people will refuse to even try some of these concepts and ideas. And I think that's like a good reminder that I have to tell myself that, you know, you can't save everyone. You can't reach everyone. You can only reach, you know, like that's why they say niche down, right? Like have a target audience, niche down, and try to reach the people that are open-minded enough and willing and want to make a change in their life. And, you know, that's how you can better the world, right? And there's like another saying in the YouTube world that if you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching nobody. And again, there's something that I always remind myself about, that this content that I release, even though the intention that I make with my content, it comes from my heart, right? These are all things that I honestly believe in. These are things that I do on a, you know, regular basis, on a daily basis. Like these are things that I believe in, I love, and that I do. And even though my intent is coming from a place of love, right? It's coming from a place of positivity. It will never come across positive with every single person who sees that. And at the end of the day, I have to be okay with that, right? I have to be okay with knowing that there's going to be so many people that slip through the cracks that you can't save, right? And even if they're your family members or your friends or someone that you care about or really love, you won't be able to reach those people, and you know that's okay at the end of the day. So but yeah, as long as you know, we reach the people that are willing to change, or we reach the people that do want to make a positive impact in their lives, you know, then all this stuff is worth it, right? Because like even for me, like when I started this channel, like no one was watching, right? I had no subscribers, you know, I had no one was hitting the like button, no one was leaving me comments. I did my first couple of streams that had like 0 people. Like in the beginning when I streamed, I see this like graph thing on my screen of like the viewership, and it kind of goes up and down as people come and go in the stream. So I have a general idea of who's in the chat, right? And so I remember the first couple of streams, there'd be like an hour would go by and I'm streaming to 0 people. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, like what am I doing? Right? Like what am I doing? I'm sitting here streaming, talking about these self-improvement ideas. You know, I want to make a positive impact. I want to build a community, and there's no one there. And for whatever reason, I had this crazy inclination to just keep going. Even though there is no guarantee, like even right now, there's no guarantee this community that we're trying to build is going to grow, right? There's no guarantee, right? But I had this irrational confidence that if I just keep going, right? If I just keep going and keep persevering and keep pushing through, that eventually things will get better. And now that we're on, what was this, number 26, stream number 26. Every stream now, a couple of you guys always show up, and we have like these great conversations, and we share ideas. And not only am I teaching my thoughts and ideas through the stream, but I am also learning from you guys that comment in the comment section, right? Because even though I have like an arrogance and a self-confidence in my own ability, I'm never arrogant to the point where I don't believe in other people's opinions. And whenever you guys, give me an idea or give me some feedback, I always listen to that with an open heart, because I think it's so important. And being able to accept criticism, right, is huge, especially as like a YouTube content creator. And sure, like you're gonna have like the random dudes, like the random trolls, like, oh, this stream is boring, bro. Like, whatever, that's fine, right? But it's the people that show up, like Red, that show up, like Swen, or Forrest, or Batiste, or any of these other people that come to the stream regularly. Like, you guys come from the same place where my message is coming from, right? It comes from the heart. It's like with positive intent, right? And it's those type of comments and feedback that I get that I really try to listen to, because I learn just as much as you guys, from the stream. Like these ideas that come up, it helps me out, right? Because when you think about the work that I do, it's just me being stuck in my head all the time. I'm always stuck in my head thinking and pondering and going over thoughts and processes and ideas and habits and things that I want to do to change my life. But when you don't have an external influence on those thoughts and ideas, it can become stale, right? And that's something that I never want to do, where I never want to think that what I know is absolute, right? Where just because I learned something or just because I read something, that I think I'm always right. And I always want to make sure that I'm every day, I'm approaching each day with an open mind. I constantly want to improve. Like, what can I do better? How can I improve my speaking ability? How can I improve the way I communicate, right? How can I create better videos, or talk about better ideas, or maybe form better sentences that use less ums and uhs and likes and all these different type of things, right? And so that's why this stream is super important for me too, because I get to practice this, in a real-time setting. And I've talked about this many times before, where if you watch my videos, like, I hide behind my video editing software, right? You guys don't see all the mistakes and the times I misspeak, and you can just cut all that out, right? You can even cut out the times you breathe. Like so many YouTubers, they cut out that little spike in audio where you take a breath, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. It's just like this bombardment of information. Whereas, like, that's good. It's interesting, it's intriguing, it's entertaining, but something about authenticity for me is what I love. And so that's why, like, with my newer style videos, where it's kind of like this, it's just like this stream where I just hit record, I talk to the camera the best I can, and I don't worry about making mistakes, right? I don't worry that that I might misspeak or mess up or say something wrong. It's because I'm human, right? Just like all of us, and that we're all gonna make mistakes no matter how much we prepare. So yeah, it's just a wild. It's went off on a wild rant. But yeah, hopefully you guys like the stream. And what's actually cool about the streaming, YouTube has been promoting it super hard recently, and also kind of like spitting facts. I don't know. It's like, that's just how I feel, right? This is kind of like how I try to how I kind of try to approach things. So I feel like people can relate more to more authentic content. I'm hoping. There's tons of like well-produced and well-edited videos and content creators on YouTube, right? And I'm always thinking, like, what can I do different? What can I do better? What can I do that's true to myself, right? that I love. And it's this, right? Just like my podcast. like, I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted, I think it was yesterday, my podcast is up to episode 33. Let me see. I think it was 33. Yeah, the podcast is up to episode 33. That's crazy, bro. Like, this live stream is up to 26 and the podcast is up to 33. Like, that's wild. And it's just like, again, it's something that will get better in time, right? I have no idea where the stream or podcast is going to go, but yeah, I love it. It's just something that I love to do. And that's super important. Especially for YouTube, man. Doing something that you love to do. It's like, and I know everyone knows that, right? Like, I can tell you, do what you love. And you'll be like, oh yeah, no shit. Like, duh, of course. Everyone knows that. Do what you love, of course. But like, if you can find a way to like not do the job you hate, or not get into the field you don't have a passion for, or not work for the boss that annoys you, and find, like, really honestly and truly find a way to do work that you love, it's like the best feeling in the world. It's like in my opinion, it's one of the pillars of the meaning of life. Like what is the meaning of life? It's like the stupid cliche question that you should never really talk about because there's no definite answer. But like, when I think about like our lives, we spend such a short amount of time on this planet in the world. If we're lucky, we'll live to 80 or whatever, 85 or whatever the life expectancy is. And if you're lucky enough, to live that long, just being able to do what you love, right? Like, every day you wake up and you wake up happy, and you're energetic and you're enthusiastic about starting your day because for the rest of your day you're going to do something you enjoy. Like, that's the best feeling in the world, man. Like, that is the best. Like, even today, like, I woke up kind of late. I think I slept in. I woke up at 8 and I was so excited, right? Because I knew in 4 hours I was going to do this stream, and this is something that I love, right? I had this like huge smile on my face this morning. I was setting everything up. I was setting up my light and the cameras, and my lenses, and getting the microphone, which is right here. You can't see it, but I was like in this state of joy and excitement. And all of a sudden, it went from 8 a.m. to 12, just like that. And those 4 hours were like lost on me because I was just doing all these things that I love to do, and it's like the best feeling in the world. And I think that state is called the flow state. And it's like this, I can't remember exactly what it looks like, but there's like a graph that defines the flow state, and it has like these two axes. Is that the right word? Axes? Axis? What do you call the line on the graph? I know you call it an axis. Does it have a plural? Axes? That doesn't sound right. But anyways, one line on the graph is difficulty, and the other line is anxiety. And it's when you do something that is not too easy but not too difficult, but isn't too stressful or too boring, then you reach a state of flow. And that's when you sort of like, you enter this state where you just love doing what you're doing, and you lose track of time, and it's like an amazing feeling. Derek, what is your visualization of this channel in the future? Will the content change a bit? Will there be sick editing? What do you see? Okay, so in the past, when I started, I was making videos in like the 8 to 12 minute range, where it would take me 2 weeks to make one video, where I would script everything out. Like, I'd write everything down word for word in like a Google Doc. I'd go out and shoot all this like B-roll and get all these shots, and then I'd make like this mini documentary style video. Like I said, in the 8 to 12 minute range. It would take 2 weeks. It would take 2 weeks for me to create, and it was because I have like this background in filmmaking, right? And I love cameras, I love videography, I love storytelling, all this type of stuff. And it was fun, and I do enjoy that work, but it's super time consuming for just one video every 2 weeks. And I feel like I can do better than that, right? And I realized that I hated reading a script. You know, like I had this like I had like a Google document on my phone, and it would have like my entire script for a video. Like it'd be like 5 pages, because I knew every page would equal 2 minutes of footage. So I would like write 5 pages, so it'd be like a 10-minute video, and then I would read it to the camera word for word. And then I thought that that's how you should do YouTube videos, because that is like what professionals do, right? Like that is what like the big content creators do. They have like this professionalism to their content. But then for whatever reason, I just didn't like doing that anymore. You know, I felt like a fraud. I felt inauthentic. I felt like I was cheating you guys in some way. I felt like it feels like I'm coming off smarter and more intelligent than I really am, because I have all these super well refined, super tight sentences and paragraphs where all the information is like, it's super dense, it's very fast, it's concrete, there's no what would you call it, dead air or ums or likes or uhs. Like it was like perfect, right? It was polished. But it was kind of like killing me on the inside. And it was something that, I don't know, like I needed to change. And then I started making videos where I just hit record on my camera, and I would try to talk for maybe 5 to 6 minutes. And instead of having this one long refined idea backed up by concrete information and everything is tight, I figured maybe if I shot shorter videos that were more authentic and real and got to the point right away, and did it in more like a setting like this, where you see me in real time make my mistakes, I thought maybe that would be a little bit more interesting, or maybe help people more, because that way, instead of getting out one video every 2 weeks, I can get out like 5 videos in a week, or 6 videos. I can get out like so much more volume, right? And what happened was, I really enjoyed that style of content because it suits me better. And I don't know if it's because I have this weird muscle to rant, or this weird ability to rant. Like one of my friends told me this. He's like, "Oh, when you do your live stream or your podcast, do you know what you're going to be talking about? Like, how do you always like have so much to say about a certain subject?" And I'm like, "Well, I have no idea. I just rant, right? I just go on these like long tangents, like I am right now, and just rant about like whatever that I want to talk about." And for whatever reason, like that suits me so much more as a person, as an individual, than reading from a script, right? And I have a teleprompter. I don't know where it is, but I have this like, it's like a box. It can go over the lens, and it kind of reads my script, so I can like literally read from a teleprompter on my camera if I wanted to. But that's just not me, right? So when you ask about like where the future of this channel is going, is I think it's gonna be, maybe from time to time I will have more like polished, well-produced videos, because I still love filmmaking, right? I still have like all this camera gear that I love, and all these lenses for like all these specific shots, and drones. Like I still love to do those things. But I think moving forward, the future of this channel, it's going to be more volume. I want to get a lot more videos out and more ideas out, and make them kind of more shorter and sort of like get to the point. And I don't know, like it could be a mistake, right? Like I know people are going to be like, "Oh, but that might not be good for the algorithm, or that might not be good for your channel." And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But the reason I make this channel and the reason why I make this content is because I love it, right? I'm not doing this for some stupid algorithm, right? This is not why I create content. It's because I love it, right? This is what I love to do, right? And I think if doing what I love sacrifices some algorithmic success, then at the end of the day, I'm okay with that. Yo, Nick, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Have you thought of making online courses? Ooh. Short answer to that is 100% yes. I actually have 2 ideas for like massive projects that I want to work on in the future. The first is writing a book, and the second is making an online course. And I've had this idea of making an online course for a while, and it's going to coincide with the book. But the thing that was holding me back is when I wanted to make an online course, it felt like I didn't have enough knowledge to make it like in 2019 or 2020 or 2021. Like I was still fairly new to the self-improvement game. Like I was still like learning, right? And I was thinking like, oh man, if I make a course from a guy that's been doing these things for like 1 year or 2 years, like is that really believable when I don't have confidence in my ability? You know, I was thinking about that. But now in 2022, right, I've been on this self-improvement journey for many years now. And now I'm at a point where I'm extremely confident in my ability to share information and give you guys advice because I've done this stuff for so long, right? It's like if I were to like learn, I don't know, the guitar, right? Say if I was going to learn the guitar today, like I'd feel so weird trying to tell people about the guitar, give them advice or teach them 1 year from now or 2 years from now. I feel like you need a level of proficiency where if you're going to make a course, or at least for me, I want it to be good, right? Like I want to, if I make a course, I want you guys to know that the information is solid. It's tested. It's what I've tried on myself and what I know works, right? So the only problem with making an online course is finding the time, right? Is again balancing all this stuff, right? Balancing like family life and balancing being a father, and creating videos and doing the podcast. Like there's so many things I want to do. And the biggest boost for me, hopefully one day if this channel can ever grow and I can like make a full-time living off my self-improvement content, and then I could quit my day job, then that would like open up so much more time for making an online course or writing my book. So I definitely thought about an online course. It's just figuring out when I can sit down and do it, because there's sort of like one problem that I have is perfectionism holds me back a lot. It's because when I do something, I want it to be of a certain standard or quality, right? I don't want to half-ass something, right? Like if you see me release something, like if it's a course, a book, a PDF, an audiobook, my newsletter, whatever I release, I want you guys to know that there's a certain level of quality behind that, and that that I really put in the effort and really put in the work, right? And I want what I do to be done properly, right? I don't want to do it to like just make a quick buck, because I know people that have said like, oh, you should make an online course, it's so profitable, like you can make so much money. Like, okay, yeah, but again, it's like it's not always about money and not always about analytics, right? Like I want my work to resonate, and I want it to be meaningful. So it's something, again, I need to think about more, right? I need to maybe put some more of my free time towards those projects when I can, and figure it out, right? And I'm sure that time will open up too. Like when you think about even like my podcast or this live stream, I'm so much better at it now than I was at episode 2 or 3, where it doesn't take me like 3 hours to set up, or I don't know what to do, or I don't know, like everything now is a lot more quicker for me because I'm so much more experienced. So that should definitely open up more time for me in the future. So, but yeah, if once I get working on it, I'll let you know, Nick. It's but yeah, it's definitely in the pipes, I guess you would say. That's also part of the reason why I created a website. It's because not only like to start the newsletter and be able to build these connections with you guys. Also, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, go to my website. I think I put my website link in the description. It's just my full name, DerekBearzi.com. You can go to newsletter and you can sign up for the newsletter that I send out once a month. Sort of like talks about the ideas that I have for the future, books I'm reading, concepts that I'm working on. And it's also like something where I want to build a connection with you guys that isn't reliant on social media, right? Like even this, talking to you guys, like I have to rely on YouTube as the medium to connect with you guys. And hopefully, you know, by starting the newsletter and collecting people's emails, like we can have that direct connection where I don't have to rely on a social media company, right, to reach out to people. Because one day, like YouTube could go away one day, right? You never know, even though I don't think so. But, you know, these social media platforms, there's no guarantee that they'll be here forever. But if I build a pathway to reach out to you guys personally, I think that's like a great thing to do. So not only have I started that on the website, but that's where I want to post like my book, and I want to post my audiobook, and I want to post my course. And because like I don't want to be reliant like on other people, right? I just want to, you know, do this thing that I love to do, right? And be free of corporations and be free of their influence, right? And, you know, just be as honest and transparent about things as I can. And hopefully one day, you know, the website will kind of grow and expand, and I can sort of build those things out. But I think those would be valuable, right? Like, and also like if I make an audiobook, this is like a mistake that a lot of people make, is like they don't read their own audiobook. Like I want to write a book, and then I want to be the one who reads it and makes the audiobook. Then I can have it like on my website here, like, you know, for you guys, right? And I think that's valuable. And again, this is something that I wish other creators did, right? And I wish there was these creators that did this stuff, because, you know, like as a fan, that I would buy it from them, or I would want to listen to it, right? Or I would want to read it. So if that's what I want from other creators, you know, then I should do that myself. So that's my thoughts on the course and all this type of stuff. It's really tough. It's really tough, to be honest, to like, because there's this game that's going on in the background, this balancing act of, you know, doing things you love but also trying to make money from it, and, you know, and trying to get to a point where it all balances out. And yeah, it's hard, man. It's tough. If you make an audiobook, I'm down to help mix and master it for you. I'll even score it. Oh, cool. What does that mean? Score it? Oh, you mean like review it? Yeah, like how would you... So I have a question about that, actually. So when people make an audiobook, right, how do they do it? Do they just... I'd imagine you'd have to record it in sections, right? And then I'm sure you would have to like make sure the quality not like aligns. Like I don't even know how to do. Score is background music. Oh, okay, that's interesting. See, because I don't know anything about audiobooks. Like I listen to a lot of audiobooks, but the ones I listen to, like sometimes authors, they hire like a professional reader to do it. I'm always like, oh, and it just, I don't know, it feels off. Wait, let me fix this. How do I make this a little shorter? Okay, that looks better. Yeah, if I ever make it, I'll let you know. It's 100% in the works. I like it's so frustrating for me because I know exactly what the book would be about, and I know exactly what I would talk about. You know, like people when they make like a self-development book or a self-help book or whatever you want to call it, self-improvement book, there'll be like one main concept they'll talk about. It'll be like how to be a better leader, or how to learn better habits, or how to think more positive. Like there's one core idea to the book, and then authors generally like focus and refine that one idea, and again like write it out in a way that's like perfected and polished, right? Whereas for me, if I was to make a self-improvement book, like I would have it split up into like 5 sections. Like I would have a section on setting goals. I would have a section on diet, right? I'd have a section on eating, like the type of food you eat, or no, I already said diet. Exercise, right? I'd have a section of the book on exercise, and then I'd have a section of the book on like spirituality or meditation or mindset. Like I would have multiple sections that are different from each other, but when you combine those things, that's where you get like the value out of the self-help world. Like that's something that I would do, and it's because, like you guys know, like I'm not a master of any one thing, right? Like you see some YouTubers, you know, that are they've niched down and they're master of cooking, or they've mastered fitness, or they've mastered mathematics or video editing. Like they're really good at one skill. Whereas for me, I'm not exceptional at anything, but I'm very good at multiple things, right? So I think if I were to make a book, it would combine all my knowledge across multiple different categories in order to live a better life as a whole. So I think that's what I would generally make a book about. The Lonely Caribbean, good afternoon. Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the wildness of the stream. I've just been going off on wild tangents about all kinds of stuff. But what's going on, dude? Good afternoon. So yeah. See, lots of things that I want to do. Like, I want to keep making videos. I want to keep making shorts, keep doing podcasts, keep doing live streams, keep doing the newsletter. I love to write a book, love to record an audio book, love to do a course. Like, there's so many things I want to do. Like, there's so many things. That's why when people say like they're bored, like I don't understand like what that is. Like, you know, when people say, "Oh, I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. I have nothing to do." I'm like, really? There's like a million things in this world that you can do. Like, there's so many things you can go out and try. Like, I wish I had more time. I wish I could like live my life multiple times over so I could maybe learn how to surf in a different life, or learn how to play the violin, right? Or learn paragliding, or whatever, learn something, riding a horse, right? There's so many things in this world that I would love to do, that it kind of drives me crazy when people say they're bored, because I'm just like, I don't understand that. I'm good, man. I'm glad I could make it to the stream. I took the time to make sure I got sleep last night, as I haven't been sleeping well at the cost of doing work. Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah, sleep is huge. Like, sleep is it's huge, dude. I've been reading that book Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. I haven't finished it yet, but like how good, or no, how beneficial a good night's sleep is for your overall health, energy levels, productivity, like everything. Like sleep is huge, and it's something that I've been trying to focus on a lot more lately. But the only problem is, as a parent, when you have have kids, it's like one of the worst things you can do for your sleep, because it's like your whole sleeping pattern just gets obliterated. Just keep grinding. I want to see your content grow, honestly. Yeah, thanks, Swen. You too, bro. Yeah, I have lots of goals, lots of plans and ideas, and I don't intend on stopping ever. At least I don't think so. I relate to that a lot. Currently, I'm juggling learning coding. That's interesting. Working on YouTube and music. Oh, okay. Let me pull up your channel real quick here. Bum bum bum. The Lonely Caribbean. You know what's funny? Search your channel name on YouTube, and the first thing that comes up is like Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean and all that. Oh, that's funny. Let's see what you got. 22 videos. All right, that's good. You started. When did you start? 3 months ago. So 22 videos in 3 months. That's like 7 videos a month. That's pretty good. That's a good start, bro. It really is. I've been experimenting with my sleep, and I believe I figured out a good way to do it. Yeah, it's huge. I hate that quote that says sleep is for the weak. Like, ugh, yuck. I just like want to throw up whenever I hear that. Like, oh man, sleep is for the weak. It's like, no, man. Like, sleep is for the strong. Sleep, like, we need to change this mentality we have about sleep. And this is like this is really prevalent in North America. I'm sure it's heavily promoted in the United States, but also here in Canada too, where it's like you gotta like sleep 5 hours and then hustle and grind every single hour of the day. Well, no, it's get your 8 hours of sleep and then hustle and grind with those other 16. Like, that's what it really is. It's not sleep is for the weak, right? LOL, I didn't know that. Yeah, I searched for your thing, and the first thing I saw, hold on, where was it? Yeah, Jack Sparrow featuring Michael Bolton. That's funny. I used to say that a lot when I was a huge gamer a few years ago. Now I cringe at it. Yeah, it's well, you live and you learn, right? It's part of life. I used to be like that too. Like when I was heavily into video games, oh dude, I used to play until like the sun would come up. I'd play like Call of Duty, Warzone, or whatever, League of Legends, Dota, StarCraft, all of that, until like 5 a.m. All of a sudden the sun's coming up. It's rough. It's a rough life to live, but it is fun. That's one thing you can't deny about video games. Like that, those years that you play video games all night with your friends, especially like in high school or college, man, those are like some of like the most fun memories I've ever had. Like just spending time with the boys, having like a great time playing whatever game for 6, 7, 8 hours. But it's those days that kill you in the long run. They build like bad habits, and you get all these like negative addictions and health consequences. And it's like this is an idea that I've been talking a lot about on the channel. It is quitting video games and play, or maybe not. You don't have to quit entirely, but make sure you don't get addicted, right? And play less. And if you can find a way to play like maybe an hour here or there and stop, then perfect. That's good. But for people like me who are like obsessive compulsive, where I can't play for an hour, like I gotta play for like 8 hours. Like I gotta play to be the best. And those type of people, you gotta quit entirely. Like you just gotta remove video games from your life. And It's something that I've received a lot of pushback on, because I know people, like kids, love their video games, right? And so whenever I make videos talking about how bad video game addiction is or why you should quit, I always get like this pushback from it, but I think that's okay. I named myself the Lonely Caribbean because it's an oxymoron. My family is from the Caribbean, but I'm not so into the party scene that is typical for my culture. Oh, that's so interesting. Actually, yeah, when you think about people from North America that go on vacation, they go to the Caribbean, and what do? They go to party, right? Like that's like the what would you call that? Stereotype? No, that's not really. Is that a stereotype? It's like you go to the Caribbean to party, you go to vacation, right? The weather's beautiful, right? Like beautiful people and party scene and beaches and all that. It's like a great place to be. But yeah, I see how that's an oxymoron. The Lonely Caribbean. That's funny. That would be like if I were to name my channel the super loud, fat, materialistic Japanese guy or something, which is like completely counterintuitive to like Japanese culture. I don't know. That's probably like a bad example, but I know exactly what you're saying. Oh wait, I closed your. I wanted to see what your channel was about. I'm assuming you're creating self-improvement content. Let's see. You have a video with yo, I like it. You should probably be alone for a while. Write out your dreams like Derek Bearzi. Wow. Okay, I gotta watch that video, bro. Okay, I'll check out your channel after the stream. Yes, this channel is self-improvement. My other one is music. Man, I know that this is probably going to sound extremely biased, but specifically creating a self-improvement YouTube channel, it's so rewarding in 2 to 3 years. Now, I know this is going to like be hard to comprehend or visualize, but like, to be perfectly honest, like the videos that you make in the beginning of your self-improvement channel, they're going to be shit, right? They're going to be terrible. Like go and look back at my videos from 2019. Like they're atrocious. They're so bad. But at that time, that's the best you can do, and that's okay. And what's so amazing about the self-improvement world is that if you really focus on bettering yourself, right, as a person, and you document your journey and you post, you're going to get better mentally, you're going to get better physically, you're going to get better the way you speak, the way you share ideas, your intellectual capacity, and then as a human being you improve, and you see that growth in your YouTube channel, because you can go back and look at your old videos and make sure you don't delete them. Like you can unlist them. Like I have some like horrible videos that I'm ashamed of that I posted. You just unlist them, right? Because like the stuff that I was talking about didn't make any sense, or the video was just so bad it was providing no value, so I just had to unlist it, right? But you don't really get that personal growth from other type of YouTube channels, right? Like say if you have a cooking channel, like okay, maybe your skills as a chef improves. Maybe you have a channel about playing songs on the piano. You know, your ability to play music improves, right? Like whatever niche you're in. But a self-improvement channel, it improves you as a whole. Like it's one of the only like niches where it improves you, the human being, right? And you see like this massive change in the person you are compared to what you used to be, and it's amazing. Like right now, where I am in 2022, from where I started in 2019, man, it's like I just love seeing that transformation. It's like it's amazing. It feels so good, and if you're serious about like your self-improvement channel, just like the best advice I can give you is just to keep going, right? Keep recording, keep pushing forward. Even if you get like some haters, you're gonna get some trolls, but don't worry. Just keep bettering yourself and keep going. And this is what this is like. This is a quote that I've been saying a lot in all of my videos, and I think it's like unofficially becoming like my motto or my slogan. It's that 1 year from now, you're gonna be thankful you started today. And it's so true, and it speaks volumes because like imagine if you just keep creating videos and you keep reading books, you keep working on your mental health, you keep improving as a person. In May 28, 2023, again, 1 year from now, you're going to be like such a different person. You're going to love yourself so much more. You're going to be so much more positive and healthier, both mentally and physically. And it's an amazing thing. It's like one of the best things in the world that I wish, like, whenever I like talk to people that are in that have an interest for self-improvement, I always tell them like document the process, right? Create a channel, because it gives you this ability to look back at where you were and you see that progression, and it's beautiful. It's like one of the best things in the world. Hey, Baptiste. How you doing, Baptiste? My French brother. What's going on? Good to see you. How's everything in the land of France? France? Sorry, bro. I always butcher your country's name. I know in North America we always say France, but it's like France, right? France. How's the job? And how's life? Oh, I always love hearing from you. But yeah, self-improvement is a beautiful thing, man. It's not only helping people, like it is a rewarding feeling, but like just seeing your own growth as a human being, it's awesome. Like when I look back at like the struggles that I had as being an introvert, like I'm someone who, you might not be able to notice this, but like I'm extremely introverted at my core. Like I used to have so much social anxiety just being able to talk to people or speak in a public setting. Like I was terrified of public speaking. Like when I had to go in front of the class and give a speech or a book report or talk about something, like I'd be nervous, I'd be sweating, my legs would be shaking. Like I had so much social anxiety, when I was younger, that if you told me back then that I'd be someone that, creates content and does live streams and podcasts and makes videos, like I think you're crazy. There's no way I'd believe you, because I'm so scared, or I was so scared of public speaking. And now look, right? Now look at where I am. All that anxiety is gone. Like I have none. I have no, like right now at this very moment, right? Camera's on. This is going out in a live feed, right? I'm streaming live, and there's no anxiety. I feel nothing. All I feel is happiness and joy, because it's what I love to do. And it's because it's a skill that you can work on, and you don't have to be prisoned, right? You don't have to be prisoned by your social anxieties that you have, because you can work on it. It doesn't matter how introverted you are, or how much self-doubt you have. It's like these are all skills you can work on, just like any other skill. Just put in the time, the energy, and the effort, and it will improve in time, right? And it's like, it's something that's amazing. Everything you said is spot on. Whenever I feel like I'm slipping, I remind myself about my music journey, because it went down a similar fashion. I started writing poetry at 16, and for the past 7 years, I just kept writing, recording, and learning. I didn't care that it was bad. I just wanted to create and learn. Now 6,000, 6,000 listen to me monthly. If I could do that, why can't I do that for every other endeavor in life? Oh, wow, that's cool. Okay, so do you have like, do you have another YouTube channel for music? Or where do you post that stuff? That sounds super interesting. Yeah, see that right there, like you started at 16 and you just kept going for 7 years, right? That's like anything in life. And the biggest example of this is look at the Joe Rogan podcast, for example, right? That guy made a podcast when no one cared about podcasting. But what he did was he just kept going, right? He didn't care what people said. He didn't care when people thought he was wasting his time or he's being foolish because no one cares about podcasting. Like if he just kept going, right? If you just keep going and keep creating and don't quit, right? Like what you can achieve in 1, 2, 3, 7 years, it's like amazing. And I know he uses this analogy where like anything you do in life, or whether it's learning a new skill or content creation, it's like growing a plant, right? You put down that topsoil, right? You put those seeds. And then every day, if you just water those seeds, right? You just keep watering those seeds every single day. Then you add fertilizer, right? And you give it sunshine. You give it some care. You add some more topsoil or manure or add more water. And then as the years go by, that plant at the beginning, it's going to grow very, very slow. You know, the progression, it's almost at a snail's pace or at a turtle's pace. It's very slow. But as soon as it makes it through those first couple time periods, then it starts to blossom, it starts to bloom, it starts to grow taller and bigger. And then if you just keep, again, show up every day and add that water, add that fertilizer, and just keep going, it can grow into something amazing, right? And if you quit, right, if you give up, then you'll never give yourself that opportunity to reach that outcome. So it's something that, again, I use to remind myself to just keep going. And just like you said, why can't you do that for any other endeavor in life, right? Like, why not? Batiste. Doing good. The job was so intense this month, but I'm reading a lot and I'm doing good at sports. I'm finally able to do spinning kicks. Oh my gosh. And I'm almost at 100 kgs at the bench press. Dude. Bro, you're jacked, man. 100 kg bench press? Wait, kg is isn't kg 2.4? Wait, what's kg to pounds is it 2.4? Oh, 2.2. Dude. So 100 kg bench press is 220 pounds. Dude, so you're almost at 225. That's a man's bench. A man's bench is 2 plates. 225. Wow, dude. Bro, you're freaking strong. Holy shit. You're stronger than me. My max bench is 190. 190 is my max bench. So what is that? That's 190 pounds though. So my bench is 86 kgs. Yeah, so my bench press is 86 kgs. Dude, you're almost at 100. Beast, bro. Beast. Damn, 100 kg bench. Oh shit. I need to step up my bench press game. Yes, it should be in the description of videos or in the channel itself. It's called Lazarus. Oh, okay, cool. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, Lazarus music. Oh, cool. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out after the stream. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, Lonely Caribbean. If you ever want to talk more about self-improvement stuff, if you ever want to do a podcast or something, let me know, dude. I'm always looking for people to talk to about even just like YouTube stuff in general. If you ever want to do a podcast with me or something, reach out, dude. I always love talking to people about stuff like that. Oh no, I sometimes listen to some of your videos when I'm at the gym when my playlist is over. Oh man, that's funny. Hopefully, hopefully some of my videos are beneficial. I don't know how much gym motivation my videos can give you, but hopefully it's something, Batiste. I need some water. No worries. I appreciate you checking myself out. I'm grateful. Yeah, it's like you know what else I believe in. Again, like I've taken this idea from Joe Rogan, and he talked about how comedians, there used to be like this competition where whenever one comedian would have a special or be on a late night TV show or get a sitcom, there was like this jealousy where other comedians were upset over their peers' success. And I kind of approach this mentality to YouTube where I see so many people get upset over other YouTubers' success, right? Because they're getting something, or they're having an algorithm wave, or they're getting subscribers, or how come this channel is doing so good and mine isn't? Like, I hate this mentality that people have, where it's like a victim mentality, or it's like a jealousy where they feel like because someone else is succeeding, that in some way or another is taking away from themselves. And I want to kind of build up this community where I want to treat it like how Joe Rogan treats his fellow comedians, where we should promote other people's work, right? Like, I want to find other creators in the self-improvement world, and I want to promote their channels. I want them to do well. I want them to succeed. I want them to do better than me, right? Because then if you build up this community of positivity where you support other creators, right? Just because someone else's channel blows up, that doesn't negatively impact you in some way, right? Like I hate this idea that when someone else gains, that means you're losing, right? Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be a zero-sum game, because that's what a zero-sum game is, right? And that's prevalent in corporations where there is a promotion, right? So you get that promotion, that means someone else loses that job, right? So there's a +1 and there's a -1, which equals a zero-sum game. But that doesn't have to happen in YouTube, right? We can promote other content creators. And so that's what I've been doing on my podcast, right? On my podcast, it has, I don't know, 33 episodes. And whenever I talk to other content creators, like, my intention is to not grow my channel. It's not to grow my podcast. It's to promote other people's work, right? And building this community of support where, you know, we can all benefit from each other. Because look, let's say I promote the Lonely Caribbean's channel, right? Let's say I promote his work and it blows up, right? Let's say his channel blows up, gets like thousands and thousands of subscribers. Now, because I helped him, then maybe he'll reciprocate that and also, hey, you know, check out this guy too. And there's like this, we can build each other up and not have this thing like, oh, how come he blew up and how come I didn't, right? This stupid like mentality of having like a zero-sum mentality where you should, you know, treat everyone like in your space as like brothers, right? And build each other up. You know, I think that's so important. And hopefully, like, one day, like, if my podcast does grow, right, I want to be able to use that platform, you know, to help out, you know, other creators that maybe this needed a little boost of motivation, where they were 1 or 2 videos away from quitting because they weren't getting any results. Like, maybe that channel could have become something amazing, and all they needed was like a little bit of help from a peer that could have like helped them to keep going and keep pushing and keep creating, right? And that's sort of like again, this could be, maybe I'm naive in thinking this way. Maybe I'm like a little naive in thinking so positively of this self-improvement community. But I think it's the right thing to do, and it's just what I believe. And so I don't know. Hopefully, things will get to a point like that one day. That would be an absolute pleasure. Pleasure. I'll reach. Yeah, email me, dude. Email me. Let's set it up. Also, I don't care how many subscribers people have. I don't care. I don't care if you have less than me. I don't care if you have more than me. I don't care if you have the same. I don't care, right? So for anyone else that's watching this, don't be afraid to reach out. Because in your videos there is this feeling of someone telling you, don't give up. If it is hard, then it is good. And never forget that comfort is overrated. I like that. Don't give up if it's hard. Yeah, that's super important. Like what Batiste said right there. Like being uncomfortable is good for you. Like it's good for you. And so many people, especially nowadays, everything is so comfortable. Everything is so easy, right? You can sit in your car and drive to work. You can sit at a desk and work all day. Then you can sit in your car and drive home. And you can sit on your couch and watch Netflix all night. Like the world is so easy nowadays. You can order food from your phone. It gets delivered to your house. You don't have to do anything. But like reminding you that like discomfort is good. Going through periods of not eating and periods of fasting is good for your health. It's good for your body, right? Eating less food and losing weight. You know, you're going to feel horrible. Your body's going to fight you, but that's good for you, right? That discomfort is good. Just like going to the gym and picking up those heavy weights. Like your mind is going to tell you, like, don't do it. There's going to be that resistance. Your muscles are going to fight back because they're going to ache. But like doing those difficult things and doing what's uncomfortable is so important to just, you know, not only building a stronger mentality and stronger body, but like through everything in life. Because it's those people that don't overcome resistance, that whenever something bad happens in their life and they're faced with adversity, they just crumble, right? Because they've never done anything difficult in their life. And those are weak people, right? Those are weak people in our society. And that's not what I want to be, right? Dude, think about making a Discord. I think it would build a stronger community for you. Yeah, I've thought about that. I have a Discord for my podcast, but I never use it. But to be perfectly honest, I'm like a Discord noob. I go on to you know Hamza, the other self-improvement YouTuber. I'm generally in Hamza's Discord every once in a while. I thought about making my own, but again, it's like there's so many things I want to do. I definitely would need help in setting that up because to be perfectly honest, I'm a noob when it comes to Discord. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I don't use it enough to understand all the functionality of it. Because in Hamza's Discord, he has all these like channels on the side and all these subsections. It's so cool. And I definitely would love to do that maybe one day. I've been guilty of being jealous of other creators in terms of music. But years ago, I shifted and realized we can all help each other and took it upon myself to lead this change in my music circles. Yeah, see, like, that's so important. Because it's weird, right? Because when you see someone else, like say some other musical artist succeed, it almost it's like natural to feel like that person is succeeding, so they're taking a piece of the success pie, and that's one less piece for me to take, right? But the problem in that way of thinking is that the pie of a whole is huge. Like it's so huge that even when you see other people around you or your peers being successful and taking pieces out of that pie, the remaining pie that's left over is so massive, right? It's massive. So it doesn't make sense for you to get upset over someone else's someone else's success because there's enough of the pie left over for everyone to eat. And it's like, man, why I keep coughing? And it's like, again, this zero sum way of thinking. It's always thinking like, because someone else wins, that means we're losing, right? Or because someone else is succeeding, that's one less opportunity for me to grow. And not only is that a bad way to think, but when you think those thoughts, right, those negative thoughts of jealousy and envy, you are wasting time and energy thinking about something that doesn't help you. It doesn't help you at all. Like think about it. Like if you spend even just 10 minutes, 20 minutes thinking about, oh, this is not fair, this person gets this and I don't get that and I deserve more, instead of wasting that time and thinking like that, you could be thinking, what could I do better? What new songs could I make? What new lyrics could I write? What new collaborations could I do? What new production value can I add? Like, you are wasting time thinking about negative shit that doesn't help you, right? It doesn't help you at all. And instead, if you can free up that time and think about what you can do better, right? Maybe there's a reason why someone else is succeeding and you're not. Maybe if you're just honest with yourself and say like, my stuff's not good enough, right? Like even my YouTube channel. When I look at my channel, do I wish I had more subscribers? Yes, of course. I wish I had a bigger community. Of course, I wish I had a bigger following. Of course, I wish there was more people in this community that we're building. But if I waste time thinking about that and be jealous of other creators and have this, oh, woe is me, this is the stupid mentality of thinking of what I don't have, that is so much less opportunity for me to work on improving what I do have, right? And again, just like all this other stuff I want to do, writing a book, starting a course, right? Building a Discord, right? All these things take time, right? And you really need to focus all those valuable hours you can on ways to better your position and think positively about what you can do and what you can improve, right? And, unfortunately, I know and I've seen so many content creators, like they start off, they have the right intention, they're doing everything well, they're positive, they have all this motivation and energy, and then 8 months go by or a year goes by and they don't get the results that they want, and they see other people do, and then they get demoralized, and then what happens? They quit, right? And then as soon as you quit, you kill the dream of ever achieving anything, right? And it's an unfortunate place to be in, right? Have you ever tried to post on TikTok? I know that they have a bad reputation, but many YouTubers in various fields gained so many subscribers who knew them from TikTok. Okay, so yes, to answer your question, Baptiste, I do post on TikTok. Let's see. What I've been doing is, because I only started making YouTube shorts recently, and it's sort of like a form of content that I really enjoy. And one of my friends, he was like, why don't you just throw it up on Instagram Reels and TikTok? Like you're already spending time and energy making YouTube shorts. So just take that file and just upload it to TikTok, and then just don't even think about it. So that's what I've been doing. Let me see. I just posted one today. So I don't know if you can see that. You see that? It focused. Yeah, there we go. So we got TikTok. We got all my shorts on there. So we got 494 followers. Yeah, so it's there. But my main focus and energy is always going to be on YouTube. And whenever I do make shorts, I'll take the file, I'll just throw it up on Instagram Reels, and I'll throw it up on TikTok. But the goal isn't to grow my Instagram following or grow my TikTok following. I don't really care. My hope is maybe I can convert some of those people. Maybe they'll see one of my videos on those platforms, and then maybe they'll come and check out the podcast, the YouTube channel. So yeah, I do post on those other social media platforms, but it's with zero intention to really grow there. I don't really care. Like this is where I want to be, right? Like YouTube has my podcast, YouTube has my main videos, YouTube has my live stream. Which is why I quit Twitch. Like in the beginning, I did these streams on Twitch, right? And I was like, why am I on this other platform? Like YouTube is what I love. It's what I love to do. It's where I want to be. So that's where I want all my focus and energy to be. I want it to be here. So yeah, and if maybe throwing up my shorts on those other platforms can cross-pollinate to other communities that I might not reach on YouTube, then okay, sure. Then, that's only, I guess, beneficial, right? So, but one thing that is weird is because of TikTok's popularity, my friends that I know of that are full-time content creators, like this huge demand for this vertical format content, and YouTube is pushing it as well too. Like YouTube pushes shorts so much. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's like if you were to start a YouTube channel now, I'd almost be inclined to say focus on YouTube shorts and not this longer form content, because shorts is what YouTube wants. Like it's what they really want, and it's really crazy. But for me, it gives me this nice balance where I do enjoy the longer form content better, because we can go deep into ideas, right? And we can really discuss these kind of topics, like even right now that we're talking about, right? But the short form content, it kind of, I think of it as like a gateway or an entry into the world of self-improvement, where people can get a small snippet or tidbit of information that, oh, okay, maybe they never heard of gratitude journaling before, or oh, maybe they never heard of taking a cold shower or fasting or whatever. Or maybe these short snippets can be the gateway that gets them into the self-improvement world. And then maybe from there they can branch off, and maybe they can discover the podcast, and maybe they can find the live stream or whatever, right? So, and if you look at my channel, I've been posting YouTube shorts pretty frequently, and I think it's sort of like a business decision too, where YouTube, this is what they're pushing, right? This is what they want you to make. And so, I kind of dabbled in it a little bit, because personally I don't enjoy the short form content that much. But if this is what YouTube is really pushing, then I should at least kind of try it, right? And by trying it, I found out that I actually do enjoy it, because there's it's sort of like a different creative muscle, right? When you think about YouTube shorts, you have to condense your information in a 15 to 20 minute, not 20 minute, 15 to 20 second segment, that it has to be right, has to be sharp, it has to get to the point right away. And it's valuable for me because it changes the way that I think about stuff, right? If we talk about habit change, for example, during the stream, I can start off by talking about what I think about habit change and go into a 5 to 10 minute rant about what I would do and how I started and what I would change. And it kind of gives me this duration to ramble on about stuff. Whereas in a short, you have to get to the meat of the topic right away. There's no time for rambling or thoughts. You're just bam, this is the idea, this is what you should do, and this is how it works. And it's very cut and it's very clear and concise. And something about that, it's helpful for me as a creator, because it's another way to challenge myself and create content. So I'm surprisingly liking the shorts, and it's something I'm going to keep doing in the future. You took the words right out of my mouth. Short content like shorts, TikToks are just a gateway to the full-length content. It's like the appetizers for a full meal. Yeah, see, exactly. Say someone out there sees one of my shorts, like a little snippet of a motivational video, and they go, oh, maybe habit change can make me stop procrastinating. And then they check out the live stream or some of the longer videos, and then it gets them. It's that gateway. It's that first step through the door into our world, right? Because the self-improvement world, this is our world, this is our community that we're building. It's just as much yours as it is mine, right? Because without you guys, there is no me. Like, this doesn't exist, right? So I want to open as many doors as we can into our community and get, those people in. And they're not all going to stay, right? Some people are going to come in, take a look, like, oh, this is stupid, and they're going to leave, or maybe they're going to realize it's not for them, and that's fine. That's okay too. But maybe we'll find more people like Baptiste, or more people like Swen, or more people like Red, or more people like the Lonely Caribbean that, maybe this is for them. And if we never gave them that gateway or that doorway into our world, then, maybe we might have never been able to reach them, right? So, Swen has to go. It was nice listening to your talk, man. Gotta go and do my own stuff. See you in the future. Yeah, Swen, have a good day, bro. Always good talking to you. But yeah, surprisingly, I'm surprisingly enjoying the YouTube Shorts. It's also kind of kept content creation fresh. It's sort of like it challenges me, right? Because I have all these different types of content now where this first bucket is like 15 to 20 seconds in the form of shorts. And then I have my unfiltered videos where it's more in the 5 to 7 or maybe 5 to 8 minute range, right? Again, it's like a different type of content creation muscle. And then I have my podcast where it's usually like 1 to 2 hours where, I'm interviewing someone or bouncing ideas off a person, right? And I'm learning from them and they're learning from me, and there's like this back and forth. And it's great, right? And then there's this fourth piece of content, which is the live streams, where I have nothing, right? There's no ideas written out. There's no scripts. There's no person that I'm looking at face to face. It's just me and the camera and you guys in the chat, and just going off on tangents and rambling and talking things in real time for 1 or 2 hours. And all those different buckets of content requires like a different type of muscle to maneuver and create for. And so I think for me as a whole, it's very beneficial that I dabble in all these different forms, because it just only makes me a better content creator and communicator. Heading out to gonna buy lunch. Good talks, Derek. Everyone take care and stay safe next time. Hey, thanks, Red. Always great talking to you, bro. And thanks for the donation, man. We got Red with one of the first donations to the stream. I really appreciate it, dude. And I always love seeing you in the stream and talking about whatever's going on in life. But enjoy your lunch and have a good weekend, bro. Oh, what time is it? I gotta have lunch soon too. Oh man, we've almost been streaming for 1 hour and 48 minutes. See, this is oh man, time flies, man. Time flies when we're doing this. This is awesome. I have a question for you. How have you handled losing friends over the years? I'm struggling with it myself right now, and it's like I'm going back and forth every week. I've actually thought about this before. It's interesting because let me change this song. The song is weird. The song is weird too. It's like lullaby music. Cool. Let me change. I was listening to something relaxing. How about dreamy? Okay, there we go. Okay, so how do I handle losing friends? No, I think this question probably has two very different answers, where it depends on the type of friends that you're losing. Like, for me, at my age, I'm 37. I'm lucky enough to have a group of friends that I met in like grade 1, like when we were in like elementary school. Like, there's a core group of guys that I've known for 30 years, and we've been friends like forever. But now we got to a point in our lives where we all have kids, right? We all have families, we all have kids, we have houses to maintain. We all have all these responsibilities in life. So there's no more time anymore to hang out with the boys, right? There's no more time for us to meet up at a bar and watch a basketball game. There's no more time on the weekends to rent a gym and play basketball. Or there's no more time at night to play Call of Duty anymore, because we used to play Call of Duty after work. And this is a form of friendship where you don't lose a friendship, but you lose time with those people. It's tough, but I think that form of friendship loss, it's inevitable, because it's always going to happen. Because as you age, your responsibilities increase, and as you have kids or have a family or whatever, it's just natural. But you never really lose those friendships. They're still there, but you don't just get to see them as often. So it's not that hard to deal with, because you can still, whenever especially with guys, if you see one of your friends from way back in the day, it's almost as if you are leaving off from where you were, and it's like there's no lost time. But the type of friendship loss that was hard for me was when I was getting into all this self-improvement stuff, was kind of removing toxic people from my life and removing people that were kind of dragging me down. And there's this saying in the self-improvement world, like, if you hang out with 9 losers, then you'll soon be the 10th. And it's true, because the people that you surround yourself with, that is who you're going to become, right? It's just natural, right? But if you surround yourself with people that are ambitious, that people that push themselves, people that work hard, the people that have ideas and that are positive, then that rubs off on you, and then you become more like them. And so when I got into self-improvement, I was really thinking about being very careful about who I spend my time with. And you have to cut off friends, and you have to cut off people that, their mindsets just don't align with you anymore. And you're going to have friends that they're going to still act like they're 19 or 21, or they want to go to the bar every Friday night, right? They still want to go to the bar. They could be like 30, 35 years old. They want to go to the club, right? They want to go to the music festival. They want to go to the concert. They want to play Call of Duty all night. And it's like, there's a point in your life where you have to make a choice. Like, is it worth still hanging around those people, right? And for me, that answer was no, right? And unfortunately, you have to cut off those type of people, and you have to lose those friendships, right? And it's difficult, because the bonds you have with people in this world is very important. But again, I don't know how old you are, but for me, as I've aged, when I was younger, the bonds with my friends were extremely important. And the bonds with my family, I took them for granted, and they weren't as important. But as I aged, those two bar graphs, they started to invert. Where now the bonds and time I spend with my family is so much more important than the time I spend with my friends, right? And it's sort of like, it's a natural progression that happens over time. And you have to be okay with that, right? Because even though, friends, they're going to come and go, but eventually you're going to lose some, right? No matter what. And you can't stay friends with everybody, right? And people are going to change. People are going to go through different points in their lives. People are going to mature at different rates. You're going to encounter all different types of obstacles, situations, and circumstances. And there's no one answer for that type of question, right? But it's like thinking to yourself, right? What's important to you, right? And for me, my family, immediate family, and the people I love is the most important to me. And any free time that I have to spend with my friends, I make sure that I spend it with people that I love, people that I care about, that are honest, that are true, and that also are similar mindset to me, and not just, want to party every weekend, right? And, you unfortunately might have to cut some of those people out. So it's, I feel like it's a part of life that we all go through, right? And it's probably something that never going to end, right? Because I'm sure I'm going to meet more friends along the way, especially in the self-improvement journey. And then maybe some of them will be great friendships or great relationships, or maybe some of them will be toxic or negative. You might have to let some of those people go, right? So it's probably a battle that we'll have to keep fighting. So I'm dealing with the latter form of losing friends. I was part of an online group for a year that I've met up twice with. They've never treated me poorly, but I know they aren't good for me. Yeah, see, that's a thing right there. You know they're not good for you, right? When you get to that point, you have to be brave enough to cut them off, right? If you know they're not good for you, right, then unfortunately that's what you have to do. And it's a hard decision to make, right? Because you'll hurt people's feelings, and people might be resentful towards you, right? But it's like at the end of the day, you also have to do what's best for you too, right? So, and it's also like if you want to achieve something amazing in the world, it's going to be tough to say, but like you can't let people drag you down, right? And you have to remember that it's not you it's not them that's dragging you down as much as that it's their unwillingness to keep up, right? And if you want to adapt and you want to change and you want to grow, and those people don't want to keep up with you, right? That's not on you. That's on them, right? That's on them, and you have to be okay with that, right? At the end of the day. I'm one. Oh, dude, you're super young, 21. I'm one of the youngest in the group, where everyone else is 25 to 35, but they all strive only for doing drugs and partying with the. Yeah, see, it's painful because they've shown sincere care to me, and I see the good in them and their potential, but I can't help them if I can't help myself. Yeah, see, some people are gonna be like that, right? Like, some people just want instant gratification in their life. They just want to do what's fun. They just want to do what's enjoyable. They just want to live life and chill and party and all these things. But like, again, if you want to achieve better, you're unfortunately going to have to leave some of those people behind. It's tough, man. It's a tough decision, and there's no right answer, right? Like, there's no right answer. Some people might be so toxic that you have to cut them off right away. Like, you just got to cut them off, right? While others, maybe it's more of a slow burn and you can like gradually cut them off. Like, again, it depends, right? There's so many circumstances in everyone's lives. So, hey, Forrest, you're still here? Yeah, I'm still here, just slugging it out, streaming. We almost made it to 2 hours. Yeah, I was hoping to make it to at least 2 hours today. So you can tell, like, I love this stuff. This is what I love to do. I just love, like, just hanging out, having good conversations about topics and ideas, and it's what I love, right? Like, again, some people, it's a Saturday right now, right? It's a Saturday. Some people might be at the mall wanting to spend money, or some people might be getting ready to go out and party or whatever, right? Maybe they're having like a Netflix marathon session right now, or maybe they're in the middle of a 12-hour Fortnite gaming session on the weekend, right? It's like, maybe that's what some people want to do on the weekend. But this is what I want to do. Like, I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to improve. I want to better my life. I want to just do these type of things, right? And you have to cut out those people that are dragging you down, right? So, now I'm finally home. Survived a fight with a friend's cat. Oh my gosh, with your friend's cat? Did your friend's cat scratch you up? Oh my gosh. My brother has 2 cats, and one of them is like vicious. Like, I don't know what it is, if the cat has like anxiety, but like if you get too close to his cat, and his cat will just stare at you, and all of a sudden he'll like meow, and then he'll just like slash the shit out of you. Yeah, cats can be vicious at times. I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I love dogs. Sounds like a story you need to hear. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh. Well, we made it 2 hours, guys. We made it 2 hours on the stream. The dog was super sweet. I don't talk anymore to one of my oldest friends, even if he is a great guy. But man, I don't want to play 10 hours of Battlefield while high on weed anymore. I realize there is so much better to do. Yeah, see, exactly. Right? It's some of your friends, that's what they're gonna do. Like, and again, there's nothing wrong with them wanting to play Battlefield for 10 hours. Nothing wrong with them wanting to, smoke up and get high because it's fun. It's probably a lot of fun. Maybe they have a job that's very stressful, and their release or their relaxation is having that 10-hour session of Battlefield. But again, you got to be very careful if that is not in a line with what you want to do with your future. Then you need to be very careful about the time you spend with them and don't get sucked into that, right? Because that's going to rub off on you, right? If you talk to your friend, he's going to tell you about his amazing Battlefield session he had last night. He tried this new indica blend of marijuana that he tried, and it was like super like. If you hear about that, if you surround yourself with that type of conversation and influence, it's gonna rub off on you, and then maybe you're gonna want to try and do it too, right? So again, it's so tricky, right? It's such a tough decision to make. Because sure, of course, like the easy decision will be like, just don't hang out with that guy. But it's tough too, because they're also your friend. Maybe we've been friends for years. You don't want to hurt their feelings, right? So it's very, very tricky situation when you deal with those type of people. But one thing that I've noticed is when I've cut out those acquaintances and friends that didn't line up with what I wanted to do, in the beginning, it hurts, right? But time heals all wounds, right? And I don't have any ill will to any of those people that I don't talk to anymore, and I haven't heard anything from them, and they probably just moved on with their life as I've moved on. And you have to realize, in time, it will get better, right? So I feel that a lot, Baptiste. I've cried on some of these friends' shoulders in real life, but I can't spend 10 hours with a headset on, being at a club, pretending I'm not in my room alone. Yeah. It's tough, man. But I see those things as phases, though. I had that phase, I had that gaming phase, partying phase, clubbing phase. We all have those phases, right? But it's a phase at the end of the day. It has an expiration date. It has an end date. And you want to move on to different things in your life, right? And some people, that phase, it hasn't ended for them, right? You got to make sure you don't get sucked back into it, because that's sort of like old habits, right? We have great memories together, but you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, about self-improvement. There's going to be some people that it doesn't matter how much you want to help them. If they're not willing to listen, then you're just kind of wasting your time, right? So also, if those people don't want your help, right, or if they can't help themselves, then it's not worth your time, right? So preach, brother. Yeah, man. Hey, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we end this stream? It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm probably gonna end this stream shortly, have some lunch, probably take Tiffany outside, go and do some stuff. Fortunately for us here in Canada, the weather is finally getting warm, so I can go out and go to the park and take my daughter on the swing and all these cool things. So use your times wisely, watching oh my gosh. Hey, Forrest, we watched Shang-Chi and what was it, 10 Rings or whatever? We finally, me and Tina, we watched the Shang-Chi movie last night. So we're slowly catching up in the Marvel world. I guess the Eternals is next. So we got that one that one video in. Oh, Brian Primetime. Hope the stream went well. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like the new office in the making. So the office is slowly getting there. I'm gonna have. I don't know if you guys can see. We painted this wall, painted it gray, and then I got this bookcase here. And I'm gonna have some shelves on this wall here to display some of like my art. And I gotta mount that shelf, put all my books and stuff in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I got a huge podcast table over here. So I don't know. The office is gonna be pretty sweet. Yeah, it's getting there. Brian, you got to do the first live podcast. You got to be guest number 1 when I get everything set up. I still got to figure out like the recorder and the microphones that I want to buy, and if I want to do headphones, and it's like this whole ordeal. I got to figure out what to do, but yeah, once I get it set up, you got to come on and do podcast number 1 over here. So much to talk about. Yeah, Mr. MLB, Major League Baseball. Enjoying some great way to start the day. Yeah, man, you gotta start your weekend off right. I actually have I have 2 vacation days from work on Monday and Tuesday, so I'm gonna use this time to be as super productive as I can. I got a ton of stuff I want to record, ton of videos, a lot of shorts. So hopefully I get a lot more content coming out in the future. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end the stream shortly. I'm gonna go have some lunch. Thanks guys for everyone that showed up, and we're gonna do the stream again in 2 weeks on June 11th. So if you guys enjoyed the stream, oh yeah, hit the like button. I have no idea if that helps or what that will do, but hopefully it will let other people know that this stream was good, and that the next one will be even better. So for everyone that's still here, Forrest, Lonely Caribbean, Batiste, Brian, I'm going to go have some lunch. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I expect more content in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next stream in 2 weeks. And we'll do it all again. All right, see you guys. Have a good weekend.